Okay, well, welcome back. I think what we're going to be doing now is previously we were able to open a window, but it actually just never closes. I think because it gets stuck on our window procedure, so I think what we're going to do is just kind of have a look at our window procedure. Let me just remove that. Kind of see what we can do. So I think previously I spoke about what the window procedure is. Basically our window, when it's open, will be getting messages from Windows, and we have to deal with them, and we can choose how to deal with them. At the moment I just had it dealing it with the default window procedure, but I guess that doesn't deal with closing. So yeah, let's have a think about how we can deal with these messages. And by the looks of it, you kind of switch. You do a switch statement on the message. And we can think about each case that this message can be. It's given an example of, on the right there, of WM size. Actually, there's some encapsulate this like this. Gotta make sure we break it as well afterwards. Don't really know what we can do at the moment with when we resize the window, so we will just add it to do of with resize of a window, and I guess we need to think about what other cases we need to be looking at. I think we want to look at these two close and destroy ones. Okay. Do not post the WM quit message using post question. Use post quit message. Okay. So it's saying don't use this. Okay, let's not worry about that one quite yet. Sent when a window is being destroyed. It is sent to the window procedure. The window being destroyed after the window is removed from the screen. Okay, so in this example, we want to on close call the destroy window, pass in our handle to the window, makes sense. So if we get a WM closed message from the window, we destroy our window. And in the case of WM destroy, we're going to post a quit message. And then actually, yeah, we will add this to I think we can just return 0 here, I think. Okay, so our callback function will switch on the message being sent. If none of the message exists here, we default window procedure. We post this quit message, so what does that actually do? Takes in exit codes for exit code 0. Okay, so adds a quit to the thread, message queue returns immediately. Okay. I guess we can see if this currently compiles. Now let's just double check that maybe nothing else is happening. So win get message is our message loop. Can we ever break out of this? Because so why is this never returning? Because it needs to return 0. Okay, so now our post quit message is going to put on the WM quit message onto the queue. We're going to see the WM quit message here, return 0, which will break out of our while loop, and then end the program. Okay, that's what we're hoping happens. Let's have a look if that actually is what happens. So let's just run our main executable. Okay, didn't actually like that. Okay, so this might be a good time to try and open up that in Microsoft Visual Studio and see if we can attach debug to it. That's the plan. Right, open the file that's in here. Let's just see if that works. Oh, symbols. Symbol file not loaded. I guess access violation, loading that. Oh, interesting. Okay. Did I not link everything I needed to link? Still producing that. Right. Can't think why that would be happening. I wonder if anything's still running. Okay, can't currently see why that would be doing that. Exception thrown. So it's giving me some memory location in main.exe, access violation reading location. Like, the call stacks are just starting to main. Yeah. So it's the only library I'm linking to now, right? Oh. Just the bracket there. I guess we'll have to do it that smart. Let's see if we can debug this. Yeah, none of these are useful. I think what we do is we can delete main. So can you compile that and then link? Do I know any other? See if we can add any flags for this. Because we're running on Windows, maybe. I don't have anything helpful. Oh, here we go. Okay, so maybe I can. Alright, let's try this again. Let's don't save that solution. Open the executable again. Actually, run it and see what happens. Alright, when it down. Oh, I don't want to copy all the. Really? That can't be right because if I were to let's open this file again. I had a breakpoint right as it joins me. Doesn't even reach it. Wait, is that what I just clicked on? Because let's say I'm dereferencing a pointer, but it doesn't even make it into. That's just because this has to be. Reference like this. No, it's not an array now, is it? It's just. Yeah, sorry about this, guys. I'm not 100% sure. What we'll do is we'll comment out the stuff we've added. Obviously, this is crashed. file's fine, which we know. I don't know why that happened. Let's just comment out this bit. Alright, since last change, but I could pop the other one. Okay. I think it will like let me do this. A little bit stumped. I think just to make sure, I think I can so it doesn't even make it into my win main function. guess what we can do. Right, that actually works. So there is something. It's not save the solution. I'm guessing it's here because what we've done. No, sorry, I want to compile first. C decoration. Why can't we file open a file open main.c? Then we can. Why can't we set a breakpoint here? Actually, instant. Okay, let's set the breakpoint here. Okay, doesn't like that either. Fair enough. I'm confused. Have well, I'm guessing, apart from window, this just doesn't create window. Probably just gives me back something it shouldn't, right? I wonder if the handle becomes 0 and then it just returns null pointer back. And then it's an access function because trying to access a null pointer. The only thing I really changed is adding the window procedure, so maybe trying to attach this window procedure isn't good. It is. How about debug string? I think we can say. How am I typing? we can say if we're just trying to access it, so that was just say platform window. Yeah, no window. So what is happening is platform window is returning a null pointer, and I'm trying to access that null pointer as a strat, and that's obviously crashing my application. Okay. I guess what we have to figure out is why is it returning in this null pointer, and that's because the handle to the window is coming back 0, because it's not being able to create my class correctly. So okay, so we can just say in here handle to window is 0. And it's complaining because I'm using wide characters. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, so it is accessing. I say that too small to see. So you can see it says handle to window is 0 from here. So now we have to work out why that is. Is it because the window procedure is shit? What we will do, win32 window proc, win32 window proc. I guess the way we can debug this is just create a new one, I suppose. Right, that makes sense. Makes sense to me. I'm just going to call it v2. And what we're going to do is, as we did previously, is just turn. And I can already see what's happened. I actually cannot believe that's taken so long to figure that out. Is you have to actually return. You have to return the default value. Well, there you go. 45 minutes to work that out. Like you have to so I don't even. So when it hits the default branch, which it would, so you're constantly getting messages from the window. We get it really early on. It's not dealt with in our switch statement, so it goes to the default. Anyway, this is what I think it's from anyway. This I feel like we want to return the default window prop when right. Okay. And this is why we want to learn. Because I don't want to be an idiot. And that was very silly. It's all part of the... Yeah. Now I can show the window, because that platform window is now not a null pointer. We're not trying to access the null pointer. So now, what I could probably do is join this loop again and hopefully not get stuck forever with the window. Oh god. Okay, so have window. Cool. Can we move the window? We can move the window. Can we close the window and it close the application? We can. I'm really sorry about that, guys. Anyway, that is how you close window and debug some problems. Alright, so we've now made it so our window can close. It's good. Thinking now, where do I want to... So is there any other things I want to deal with? Well, let's have a think about the architecture maybe. So I guess we want an engine, right? We want some sort of engine, if I can spell, right? And we want the engine to start a renderer and a window. And this window can be like Win32, Linux, and let's say my renderer could be like OpenGL, maybe like Vulkan. So how should we do that? I suppose. I guess we need to have a some abstraction above the Win32 platform of just some idea of a platform, right? And I guess in here we're gonna have our struct. So you see in here we have our struct, our platform window. We want to, oh god, I don't want to do that. We want to take it into here, but we don't care. We just want to say it exists, right? We just want to tell the compiler that there is a struct somewhere that contains platform window, and I guess we need some vague idea of some platform API. And I think in here we have function pointers, and then depending on which API we are using, we either then load in these. So I think, for example, we'd have like you'd have like, say that for a platform window. Is that how you do it? Struct of function pointers. So you'd have create window in the name of the function. It's going to return a platform window pointer. And what is it in take? Some class name and some H instance. Well, I can't take a H instance because H instance is Windows specific, and we don't want that to happen. So we want to decouple that from Windows. But anyway, that's kind of a future, very near future problem, but that's just me talking out loud about how I want to do that. Because then we'll have some engine which will hold kind of our window and our renderer, and it'll be in charge of cleaning them down when we don't need them. Yeah, I think this is a pretty decent place to stop. Gonna have a think about that. What's next? Once again, apologies for the long debug session, but we got there in the end. And like I said, it's all learning experience. So yeah, thank you very much, and I'll talk to you all soon.